So I really made a whole video about how I wanted to get out of nursing, how I was gonna save money and help my family get out of debt. And then I made just the most horrendous financial mistake all birthday weekend long. So I made a whole video about how I wanted to get out of nursing, not just for the sake of leaving nursing, but because I really felt that I was led to come home and to just do something different nonetheless. So I made it a point for 2022 to be all about my finances and getting in control of them, getting us out of the minimum debt that we have and starting this new life, right? And then I blew my savings, my family savings, on my birthday. Now, in my defense, we have minimum savings anyway. I mean, like a few $100s. And I also did it all with the consent of my husband. We were child-free for Martin Luther King weekend. My birthday was earlier that week, and definitely made some bad financial mistakes. But after us coming together and looking at the financial state that we are now in, it is a new opportunity for us to start over in 2022 because we have no other choice. And when I say like starting over, I mean starting over like our savings account is in the double digits. Now, I will say we're not behind on anything. So as a mama too, that's just not a good look. It's just not a good feel. I personally like to at least at the bare minimum keep $100 per person in the account. So for us, we're a family of 4 plus the dog. So $500 is like the bare minimum like that I will go in that account. And honestly, it really should be much more, but like I just started in my career 4 months ago, and so I have no shame in just saying I just don't have that like 3 months, I think they say 3 or 6 months worth of household needs or something like that. I don't have it, but I do like to keep $500 in that account. We are less than that now significantly because of me, but that's okay. I'm starting over. I've been here before. I grew up, I don't want to call it poor, but there's just not a better word for it. So one thing I do know is how to make a penny stretch, like for real. Now, I don't like to go back and do that kind of stuff. I'm not a penny stretcher on a day-to-day, but when I have to, it's definitely not an issue for me. But this is a long-winded conversation. I'm gonna cut it short, but let's get down to the reason you actually clicked on this video. And it was because I am giving out step 1, 2, and 3 about how to start this financial journey, or if not even how to start, how I am starting. Each family is different, each needs is different. I am a 2-income household. You may just be 1. So I'm not ignorant to that fact. I completely understand that. And if these steps don't work for you, tweak them. Or if you have better suggestions, drop them in the comment. I am no financial guru, but this is how I'm getting my family on track for 2022. So my first step would definitely be to find your why. And hear me out, I know that is so lame and cliche because people say it all the time, what's your why? But it's true. Like, say you want to just get into a financial journey or financial freedom. If you don't know why you're doing something or what's your goal or what you want out of it, you're not going to stick to it. And 2, it's just kind of going to be pointless. So for me, I really prayed on it. Like I said in my previous video, I just really feel like God was calling me back home, more into a ministry role. I want to be with my kids. That's a big why for me. But even though those are like truly my desires, they still have to eat. They still have hospital bills, whatever else, I don't know, diapers, clothes, all of it. So my husband and I have to have income for that. I can't just quit because my household is built on 2 incomes. But I know that financial freedom will get me to where I can quit and where I can come home like I feel like I'm being called to. So that is my why. For you, it may be to have a better quality of life, for your kids to have a better quality of life. Whatever that reason is, I highly recommend you write it down. And what does that look like for you? Like, what is financial freedom for you? Is it being debt free? Is it being able to buy pizza 3 times a week? Whether you feel like your goal is minimum or extreme, write it down, because you really need to know, when you say financial freedom, what does that mean for you? So for me, it means I would like to be debt free, but I would also like to do what I did this weekend and not break the bank. Like, I'm not one person that's like super lavish. I have to go out of the country twice a year, but I enjoy activities, and activities cost. So I would like to be able to do activities and not break the bank. But for this particular road of financial freedom, I'm choosing to go the debt-free route. So those are my goals. That's my why. So I would highly recommend taking a minute and just figuring out what your why is, what your goal is, so that way you have something you're aiming towards. Step 2, which for me was just like boo, it was really taking a look at where you are now financially, which was not easy for me to do. I know where I'm at financially, but I didn't know the numbers. And now I know the numbers and kind of don't like it, but it is what it is. So for me, I'm going to give you an estimate of where I am. And it is a whopping about $255,000 in debt, which is just like mind blowing to say, like for real, it really is. Now, granted, out of that 255, right around 205 is the house alone. But nonetheless, that is still like a crazy amount of debt for somebody who makes what I make an hour. And it's just like, it's just so crazy that it's even possible to get that much in debt. And it is. So just for transparency, and because I really don't care, like, let's put a disclaimer in. So I know people are like, why are you telling your business? Like, what's wrong with you? But honestly, I really don't care. I'm not ashamed of where I am. I know people who have more debt. I know people who have less debt, but I'm trying to get out of it. And I know this video is going to help somebody else who's trying to get out of it. So if you want to belittle, shame, talk trash, you're more than welcome to. But for the person I am helping, I'm going to put these numbers out there. So, and these are all estimates, but I mean, they're right in like $300 range of estimates. So it's pretty close. So right now, I think I have about $204,000 left on the house. I think I have about $28,000 in student loans. I want to say I have about $20,000 left on my car, and I have a credit card which it has like $750 on it, I'm sure. And I know you're like, oh, your. So my husband, obviously, we have that joint mortgage on the house, and then the car is a joint, joint, and the car is a joint debt. But that $28,000 student loan, that's all me. And then that credit card, that's a joint too. So both of us. So that's where I got the $255,000 estimate from my mortgage, my car note, my student loans, and my credit card. And I have 4 credit cards, but only one of them has a balance on it. The other 3 don't have a balance on it. So that was step 2 for me. That was pretty hard because I honestly just did not want to face the numbers. And step 3, which was, how do you plan on knocking out the debt? Now, I know a lot of people don't like Dave Ramsey. I follow some real Dave Ramsey haters on TikTok. I do. And I know some people like him. I honestly don't know enough about him. I've never researched his, I think he has a 7 or 12 step plan. I've never looked at it, so I really don't know what his plan is. He did coin the term that I am going to use to pay off my debt, and it is the snowball effect. So to explain this the best way I know how, and you guys, I'm so not a financial person, so if you have a better way to explain it, leave it in the comments, email me, send it to my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever. I love to hear it. So from what I understood, you would take all your debt and put them in order from greatest to least. So for mine, it would be my mortgage, my student loans, my car note, and then my credit card, because my credit card only has $750 on there, where my mortgage has $204. Then you would take the payment for each debt. So say my mortgage is $1,250. My student loans is at 0 because it's deferred for that Biden thing. So it's at 0. I don't know what my student loan, I don't know how much it'll be, but it's at 0 right now. And then my car note is around $350, and then the minimum payment on a credit card, I think my minimum payment is $28 or something. You would take the minimum payment, and then so you would pay everything like you normally would, but then once you got done paying off the credit card, you would take the $28 from the credit card and add it to your car note. So once I pay off my credit card, instead of paying $350 on my car note, I would pay $378. And then once I paid off my car, instead of paying however much my student loans were, I would pay however much my student loans were plus the $378 that I was putting on the other debts. If that makes sense. That's the snowball effect. That is the route that I am choosing to take. So I'm first going to be tackling this $750 credit card bill. So that was step 1, 2, and 3 of how I plan on doing this financial journey for 2022. I'm definitely going to update you all. I'm in the process of working on something with my income. So when that pans out, then I would come back and let you guys know step 4, 5, 6 of what I plan on doing. But I really can't make any moves right now until I get this thing situated with my income, and I'm super excited to come back and share that with you guys. But that is it for now. I really hope that this video helped you kind of at least mentally think about what you need to do. Of course, later on I'll talk about adding extra income and cutting down on spending, but I'm not going to tell you to do something that I haven't done, and I'm not at the finish line of this journey and coaching you on with me. I'm walking you with me because I'm literally starting over. But that's it, and I will see you guys in my next video.